Hey, this is Mr. Aiden, and this is Physics Honors, and we're going to do a Snell's Law simulation lab today. So we're going to take a look at Smelly's Law today. And we're going to actually do a simulation, and then you're going to go in and interpret that data and put your answers in the answer sheet on MrAiden.com. So we're going to go to our lab simulation here. You can see here I have a protractor here, a professional tractor. Gets paid money to cut a bunch of stuff in some farm, and you can see we have a ray of light that is going at, I'm going to change this to 30 degrees. So we're going to go to 30 degrees, and you can see there's some reflection going on. There's some refraction going on. If I pull up an intensity meter, you can see how we have about 3% intensity is going to be reflected, about 97% intensity is going to be refracted. And so you can see how we have some of the light, 100% of light, either being reflected or refracted. You can see the air is, this laser is hitting in air, is going incident in air, and it's reflected in air, and it's refracted in water. So problem number one is what angle is it going to be reflected at? And you're going to want to put that angle into your answer sheet on MrAiden.com, and you're going to round to the nearest whole number. And then you're going to find out the angle with which it was refracted. Remember, water has an index of refraction of 1.33, so you can calculate that. I want an exact answer to 1 decimal place. So you're going to put that answer. That's going to be problem number 1B. So problem number 1A is going to be what angle is it reflected at? And problem 1B is going to be what angle is it refracted at? So problem A is going to be to the nearest whole number. Problem B is going to be to 1 decimal place. So that's problem number 1. Problem number 2 is we're going to go from air into glass, and glass has an index of refraction of 1.50, and we're going to change this to 40 degrees. So our incident ray is coming in at 40 degrees. So problem number 2A, my question is, to the nearest whole number, what angle is it reflected at? Problem number 2B is what is the angle to the nearest decimal place, 1 decimal place, to the nearest 1 decimal place, what angle is it refracted at? Remember, you can't just look at the picture for this. You're going to have to calculate it using Snell's law. So problem number 2A, what angle to the nearest whole number is it going to be reflected at? Problem 2B, what angle to the nearest 1 decimal place is it refracted at from air to glass? Now we're going to go to problem number 3. Problem number 3 is we have a mystery piece of material here. And you can see how this angle is coming in at 30 degrees. You're going to have to try to read what angle is it refracted at. And in that, knowing what angle it's refracted at, you can calculate the index of refraction. And you're going to try to find out what the index of refraction is for mystery A. So problem number 3 is, what's the index of refraction for mystery A? Use Snell's law to figure that out. And then our last problem is going to be B, and we're going to come in at 40 degrees. At 40 degrees, we're going to be incident at 40 degrees. We're going to be refracted into mystery B's material, and you can see I want to know what's the index of refraction for mystery B. So problem number 4 is mystery B. So let's review. Problem number 1 is we're going from air to water. We're coming in at 30 degrees. Problem 1A, what angle is it reflected at? What angle is it refracted at? To the nearest whole number for the reflection, nearest 1 decimal place for refraction. Remember, water has an index of refraction of 1.33. Use Snell's law. Problem number 2, we're going to go glass. We're coming in at 40 degrees. And what angle to the nearest whole number, A, is it reflected at? What angle will it be refracted at? Remember, use Snell's law. That index of refraction is 1.50. Our question number 3, problem number 3 is we're coming in at 30 degrees. What is the index of refraction calculated for mystery A? And problem number 4, we're coming in at 40 degrees. It refracts. What's the index of refraction of mystery B? Make sure you go to MrAiden.com. Put your answers in for Snell's Law Simulation Lab. I'll catch you on the flippity flop. Bye-bye.